Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Redmen TV. So Chelsea won, Liverpool won, and frustrating game. I think for Liverpool fans watching that one, particularly given how strongly Liverpool started that game. You know what we'd seen in pre-season was a scintillating attack, and the press and the high energy was back in a big way in pre-season. And we started this season, the real season, the game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, just like that, getting in the faces. Conor Gallagher had an absolute torrid first sort of 25 minutes, half an hour or whatever. Couldn't live with Liverpool. They were all over him. And yeah, Liverpool looked like they were just going to blow Chelsea away. It was very reminiscent of a once we'd found our stride sort of 17-18 performance from Liverpool, to be perfectly honest, where, yeah, not a complete outfit, but one that wants to score goals, it's hungry, it wants to get in your face, it wants to cause you problems. Salah, so creative down that right-hand side, finding space in that right-hand sort of channel near the touchline, and then being a great outball. And Levi Colwill, who, you know, we've seen Liverpool target heavily this summer, he twists him inside and out, and he gives him a hell of a game. Great ball from Salah, of course, over to Diaz, and Luis Diaz. You know, one of the criticisms we've had or fears over him is that is he going to get enough goals and assists? He gets the nod. He's the right place at the right time. He wants it more. You know, Chelsea's defence is all over the place, and Diaz has got the pace and the determination to get in there, full stretch, knocks it in past the keeper. And it's a dream start, really, for Liverpool. And it looks like one that's going to get better. Trent picks out a fabulous ball to Salah. The offside lines come out after he finishes it. And, yeah, you know, he is offside. It's a real shame, but obviously we're far long past, like, I guess, moaning too much about VAR offside calls. He was offside, and it's a shame because it's a hell of a finish. It would have extended his scoring on the opening day of the season run to 7 seasons. Wasn't to be. Again, real pity, because that really felt like it could have been a catalyst for again, you know, to what 17-18 Liverpool. We blitzed a few teams there. We really did. I felt like that would have opened the floodgate, but instead it gives Chelsea, I guess, like the confidence that they can come back into it, like they've got a way back into the football match, and it buoys them. And then when they get the goal that does is the equaliser. It's a bit bitty. They've had a bit of a better spell of it. We've not cleared our lines, and a couple of times I think that happened today where we didn't quite defend set pieces as I would have liked. You know, really decisively getting stuff away. And then it's a ball that gets knocked back into the area. Disasi still up there. He reacts quick as he's in that space between Trent and I guess it probably was Canate, or certainly would normally be. And he goes in and he gets there ahead of Allister. Allister gets a little touch, can only deflect it into the bottom corner. Really disappointing. We get away with one just as much as they did, of course, in the Ben Chilwell then has a chance, puts them 2-1 ahead in really quick succession, and you feel, oh God, like the table's really turned here. We had that at Stamford Bridge a couple of seasons ago where, again, we started strongly and Chelsea's just got the crowd on side, they got the real momentum. And it felt like that Liverpool might get carried away, but no, again, the lines come out and it's offside, and it is offside. But Chelsea really have then kind of got the bit between the teeth there. They settle into being the possession side. They start to bypass the pressure rather than try and play through Liverpool, which was they were getting eaten alive. They started to go a little bit more direct to Sterling, Reece James playing high up on the right. Both had quite good games for them. Jackson caused us some problems. Maybe a better centre forward might have caused us more, but obviously we'll never know now, of course. And they had the best of it, and Liverpool just looked a little tired, really, particularly by the end of the first half, and didn't really recover too much in the second half. Chelsea, I thought, were the better side for it until the substitutions. Once we then brought, obviously, it was a big call to take Salah off, big call. Dope didn't get too much of it, but he looked lively. I thought Harvey Elliott was really good coming on. He was what we were missing from the press in midfield. Again, energetic, getting in people's faces, cutting off passing lanes, winning the ball back. Once Reece James went off, Robertson played better as well. He had a really tough afternoon. Not a great game for Robbo, but much more like himself once they stopped putting him under so much pressure. Yeah, Szoboszlai, fine debut for him, really. One great dribble and run into the box in the first half, which I want to see more of from him, really breaking lines deep, which is a real skill that Liverpool haven't really had in recent years. Thought McAllister was probably our man of the match, anchoring the midfield, did a really good job. And again, despite he would have been knackered, but he kept going, and he he was probably the star performer. I thought it was one of Van Dijk's strongest performances. Alisson's obviously great in goal. He's the reason why it is just a draw for the Reds. But yeah, it's an odd one. I don't think you're going to get any clear picture of exactly where Liverpool are at from that. It doesn't allay too many fears. It does show me that I feel like Liverpool are a little undercooked for this season, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, provided we get results in the coming games, by the way. Because I think last season we peaked far too early. You know, we were ready in July for the Community Shield, and it damaged us. It feels like we're taking a more Man City approach here, where we're going to use the first couple of games of the season to really get people up to full match sharpness. And we've got so many attacking options, I can understand that. But frustrating to go up against a team that you're hoping you can kind of put in your rearview mirror from game one. But a draw at Stamford Bridge is fine in isolation, but it means you've got to go and get points in the next couple of games, and then that's how you construct a solid start to the season, really. But yeah, fine performance, plenty of positives, a few negatives there to be built on. Mainly fitness is the big issue for me. And Liverpool, if you just go and buy a DM, I don't care who it is now, just go and get someone who can professionally do that job and let McAllister play further up the pitch. I think that will give us something hugely. But it showed us what we still need to do in the market. DM, left side at centre half, I think. They're the clear moves. If you can't get Caicedo, but you've got that money to spend, go and get those positions boxed in the next week or two, Liverpool. That would help immeasurably. Anyway, that's it from me. If you want more, go to redmenplus.com. Use the code Caicedo. Set it up on Friday, hoping for a really boss weekend with him. But it does still give you 50% off a yearly subscription to redmenplus.com. The Instant Match Reaction and Player Ratings podcasts, brand new format for this season, are going to be on there, so fill your boots on those, as well as the final word tomorrow morning as well. Anyway, that's it from me. Up the drawing, positive but not quite brilliant Reds.